Hi, I would like to show you now how you can maximize fire safety for small applications with our new Cerberus FIT. Now, when we talk about small applications, what we mean with that is, for example, a small kindergarten, a school, a small hotel or office building, but also, of course, a nursing home. So all these small applications where there's a lot of people involved. So you have a lot of people that need protection. But oftentimes these kind of applications don't require by law to be protected by a fire system. But with our easy-to-use fire system, you can target especially these kind of applications and protect them in the way that really ensures that in case of a fire, all the people in your building are safe and secure. So when looking at these applications, then three things are important. The system has to be simple, and it has to be reliable as well as fast, and it has to be an open system. I would like to explain to you how Cerberus FIT actually meets all of these requirements. Now, when you look at our fire control panel, the FC361 here, it's so easy to engineer and to commission that any fire safety engineer, any installer that has the certification can quickly do a tutorial, learn it in 2 hours, and then he can install and commission the system. So it's very easy to use. And it's also meant really for small applications. So the capabilities of the system are that you can have a one loop connected with up to 126 devices. Our detector range includes multiple different detectors depending on the requirements of your building and your rooms. So for example, we have here a multi-criteria detector that combines heat and smoke detection, but also a pure heat detector as well as a smoke detector. Now on top of that, we also offer our ASA detectors that combine normal detection with advanced signal analysis. On top of that, we of course also have a wide range of alarming and evacuation modules and peripherals that you can use. So for example, here you see our alarm sounder as well as our I/O module, which allows us to also talk to third-party systems. So what we can also do, for example, is send a signal to a fire door as well as the ventilation to turn it on or off, open or close the door, depending on the needs of the building. And like this, we can really interact with all kinds of different third-party systems by sending them the signal that there is a fire. Now, of course, what we also have is the manual release of a fire. So if you would press this button, the whole system goes into alarm. Now, when we look at the system as a whole, of course, what I said in the beginning, what is important is that it's really simple, right? So of course, the installation for all fire systems is fairly the same. But in the commissioning process, when you plan the system, when you check kind of how long does it take to actually make sure that the system is running, this is really a unique system because with a press of 2-3 buttons, the system auto-configurates itself. So it reads all the devices on the loop and is already fully functional. Now on top, if you want to include some controls, you want to, of course, send signals to third-party systems with an I/O module, or you would like to have different zones where the system reacts in different ways, these kind of things can also be configured. Now, the wonderful thing about our system here is that you don't need a separate engineering tool. The only thing that you need is you connect your laptop via Ethernet cable to the panel. And this allows you then to use the configuration tool that is on the panel itself. And this allows you to really have an easy access to the system and also makes sure that anybody can service the system. So you're not kind of caught with licensing or you have to use a specific supplier and service technician, but it's really an open system that anybody can service, which makes, of course, the lifetime cost for you a lot lower than in a normal fire system. What you can also do, if you have a very complex configuration, because you have a lot of controls that you want to address, you can also download the configuration onto your laptop and use our additional desktop editor to do the changes that you require, input customer text or whatever your needs are, and then do these things not at the panel, but do it at your office, wherever you want. And then you come back, plug it in, upload the configuration, and everything works. So as you can see, the system is really designed to be simple, open, and intuitive in using it. But at the same time, we don't compromise on safety. So for us, it was important to make sure that even though the whole system is very simple to install and commission and maintain, that safety is not compromised. So how we do this is that all these devices are actually devices from our Pro portfolio. So for example, what we have, each device includes a turbo isolator. So this means in case of a fault, the loop will be divided into two different zones, so that you make sure that everything still works according to plan. And that even in case of a failure of one device, the rest of the devices still work and can safely protect the people in your building. So get in touch with us to get more information and understand how Cerberus FIT can really protect the small applications that you are managing.
Siemens, ingenuity for life.